Social media influencer Liver King. And investigators say they discovered Johnson was traveling to Austin while continuing to make threatening comments towards Joe Rogan.
Brian Johnson is charged with making a terroristic threat a misdemeanor.
After an insane couple of weeks, Liver King has found himself under arrest in the city of Austin. He's literally melting down on his Instagram page, now being arrested by the police.
Liver King used to be a man respected in fitness circles, especially among fans of ancestral living. He wasn't just a walking muscle poster. He was a symbol of clean eating, raw liver diets, and supposed all-natural gains.
Liver King went to make his Black Rifle coffee, and look at what I found. I found 15 pounds of raw, thinly sliced pieces of...
People admired his physique and dedication. He had this primal energy, like some modern caveman who cracked the code to fitness. But behind that tribal roar and those shirtless Instagram videos was a different story. One that would go from admiration to deception to now a courtroom. In today's video, we're diving deep into how Liver King went from ancestral icon to viral fraud, and how his latest unhinged stunt might land him behind bars. Let's rewind for a moment. Before he was known as Liver King, he was just Brian Michael Johnson, a regular kid insecure, struggling with self-esteem and a speech issue. He studied biochemistry, married a dentist, even tried the dentistry route himself.
How do you stay so fit upside down on your hands? And I always tell them the answer is the same. I do active wrists and a whole lot of deficit work. Happy birthday!
He had a quiet life. Normal. Anonymous. But that wasn't enough. He wanted transformation, and he wanted fame. So he rebranded. Liver King was born. And with that came the primal screaming, the raw liver-eating videos, the muscle-heavy shirtless rants about masculinity and ancestral tenets. He built his brand around 9 of them. No processed food, no phones, no soft beds. Just raw organs, sunlight, heavy lifting, cold plunges, and primal living. And guess what? People loved it. His body looked insane. He claimed to be completely natural, which made it even more impressive. He became a walking advertisement for his philosophy. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, he was everywhere. Shirtless in grocery stores, eating bull testicles on podcasts, barking at fans about raw liver and bone marrow. But behind the camera, this was never just content, it was a business. He launched supplements like Ancestral Supplements and The Fittest, selling organ-based pills for $30 to $65 a bottle. His protein bars?
Primal, the Liver King bar has just gone live. It is gonna become the most dominant bar in the history of bars. And I'm here to prove it to you. We are here to put it to the test.
Overhyped and overpriced. His merchandise? All about that raw primal life. People bought in. He even branded his family. His wife became Liver Queen. His sons, the Savage Liver Boys. They were like the Kardashians of caveman living. The empire was printing cash, reportedly over $100 million a year at its peak. But it was built on a lie. In 2022, the internet exploded when leaked emails showed Liver King was secretly spending $11,000 a month on steroids, including growth hormone, testosterone, and more. That's over $130,000 a year just to maintain his natural physique.
He's 47 years old. He built his brand on, the raw meat, the caveman lifestyle. What was it? The tenements and all that stuff. He said he was all natural, but found out he was spending $11,000 a month on steroids.
He had lied to millions, and he'd done it while selling supplements to vulnerable people searching for answers. Fitness YouTuber Derek from More Plates, More Dates exposed it all. The internet was furious. Fans felt betrayed.
Currently taking. So here's this stack: IGF-1 LR3, CJC with IMAP, ibutamoren, omnitrope, testosterone cypionate, DECA, nandrolone decanoate.
Critics were vindicated. Suddenly, that raw liver didn't seem so pure. Liver King had no choice. He posted a public apology titled "I Lied," where he admitted to using steroids and tried to paint it as a personal mistake. He claimed he was doing it to help depressed men, that it was all part of some bigger mission. But nobody was buying it. Shortly after, a $25 million class action lawsuit was filed against him. The accusation? That he knowingly misled customers into buying products based on a fake image. The lawsuit was dismissed, likely after a quiet settlement, but the damage was irreversible. His credibility? Gone. His brand? Tainted. Then came the Joe Rogan drama. Despite appearing on dozens of podcasts, Liver King never got the invite to the Joe Rogan experience. That stung. Joe had already publicly said he believed Liver King was on steroids. And once it all came out, Rogan doubled down. Instead of walking away quietly, Liver King lost it. He began posting strange, rambling videos calling out Joe Rogan, challenging him to a fight, calling him a coward, saying things like "I'll see you soon," and "I'm coming to Texas." He even filmed himself in full wolf pelt, holding a rifle, pacing around while talking to Rogan like he was starting a war. This was no longer about fitness. It was obsession, and people got worried. Then in June 2025, Liver King was arrested in Austin, Texas, charged with making a terroristic threat. Police didn't take his behavior lightly, especially when it involved traveling across the state, armed, making public threats toward one of the most famous people on the planet. He was released on a $20,000 bond, but it came with conditions: a curfew, an ankle monitor, a 200-yard restraining order from Rogan and his family, and a mandatory mental health evaluation. After jail, he went right back to Instagram, joking about fighting Seth Rogen next, laughing like none of it happened. But the joke's over. His supplement business is crashing. Fans have turned away. New lawsuits could be coming. Regulators are watching. Even his loyal followers are starting to question everything. And Joe Rogan? He's not amused. He said Liver King seems mentally unstable and maybe dangerous. No one's laughing anymore. This whole saga isn't just about one guy with a god complex. It's a reminder of how fast viral fame can flip. How someone can go from motivational to manipulative. From admired to arrested. So here's the truth. Just because someone is ripped, loud, and confident doesn't mean they're being honest. Clout doesn't equal credibility. Muscles don't equal morality. Liver King sold millions on a lie. Now that lie is costing him everything. His brand. His freedom. His legacy. And it's still not over. More charges could come. More victims could speak out. His empire built on raw liver and testosterone injections is rotting from the inside. Let this be a lesson. Don't believe every influencer you see online. Ask questions. Read labels. Do the research. Because behind every shiny six-pack might be an $11,000 a month steroid habit and a camera roll full of lies. The primal mask has slipped. And now the real Brian Johnson is facing the consequences.